Hi, this is John Tate from the THQ IT department. What you're watching right now is a short tutorial on how to troubleshoot Traveler for your iPhone or your iPad. If you have an Android, click over here. We've got a video for that. If you haven't installed Traveler on your iPhone or your iPad, click right here. We've got a video specifically for that as well. Otherwise, stay put and we'll help you get your Traveler working on your iPhone or your iPad right away.
Before we get started, take a look at your iOS device. It has a power button, a switch, volume buttons, home screen, and a home button. Remember that you can always pause this video or rewind it if you've missed something. One of the most common reasons why Traveler won't work on an iPhone or an iPad is because the device that you're installing it on has not yet been approved. If you've not already let THQ know about this device, contact us at 847-294-2267 or email us at uscsupport@usc.salvationarmy.org. Remember to put the word Traveler in your subject line so that your email will go directly to THQ. After we are certain that your device has been approved, we're going to move on to the second troubleshooting step. We're going to make sure that there is only one Traveler profile installed on your device. To do this, press your home button, go to your home screen. We're going to look for the application called Settings. Looks like a bunch of gears. Go ahead and open that. Once we are in Settings, we're going to click on General. If you go to the right side and scroll all the way to the bottom, you should see something called Profile. Next to Profile should be your Salvation Army email address. And it should only be in there once. If it's in there once, we're ready to move on. If it's in there more than one time, we need to click on that address again, and then delete the profile. Our objective here is to only have one profile installed. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that you have a 4-digit security PIN number. Click on Settings, click on General, and then click on Passcode. If you already have a 4-digit PIN, it will prompt you to type it in, and you're all set. If it doesn't prompt you to type one in, go ahead and create one. Click on Turn on Passcode, and then set the 4-digit PIN number. It may have you enter it 2 times. The next thing we're going to check is to see if you have an auto lock. Go to Settings, click on General, then click on Auto Lock. You will see to the right if it's already set. We want to set it so that it's at least 5 minutes. The next thing we're going to check is to make sure that you have enough free space on your device to store new emails. To do this, click on Settings, General, and then click on Usage. As you can see here, the line we're looking for is Available. If you have less than 5 megabytes of free space, it could be preventing new email from getting to your device. If you have more than 5 megabytes of available space, you're good to go so far and we can move on. The next thing that we're going to do is make sure that your Army email address is your default mail file. To do this, click on Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, and then on the right side under the Mail section there is a block called Default Account. Next to Default Account, it should show your Army email address. If it does not, click on it and change it so that it does say your Army email address. Now we're going to do the same thing for your default contacts. Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, and we're going to scroll down beneath the Mail section until we find Contacts. Under the Contacts, there is another block in there that says Default Account. Again, if it does not have your Army email address, we need to click on it and change it so that it says your Army email address. One more time, only this time we're going to look for Default Calendar. Click on Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, and scroll down to the Calendar section. This time, where it says Default Calendar, it's not going to say your Army address. What we're looking for is for it to say either Calendar or My Calendar. If you click on it and look at your options, one of them should be fairly obvious that it's your Army address, or at least not your Google address or your personal account. If you're not sure, pick one and let's see if this fixes the problem. The next thing that we're going to do is make sure that you have a good internet connection. Go ahead and press your home button and find Safari. Let's open up Safari and let's navigate to a website that you've never been to before. We want to go to a website that you haven't been to before so that that website's contents are not cached somewhere in your device. I recommend that people go to Dell.com. Number one, because they probably have not gone there before. Number two, because it's easy to type, and on these keyboards, long addresses are not a lot of fun. So let's go to Dell.com. If Dell.com opens successfully and you see a website about Dell computers, then we know right now that you have a good internet connection. The next thing that could be wrong is that your same time password may have changed. Whether you changed it or maybe your IT staff may have changed it, if it's changed for any reason whatsoever, it will break your Traveler. So, have you changed your same time password lately? And if you have, or even if you haven't, if you know what that same time password is, let's re-enter it into Traveler. It's either going to tell us that it doesn't work, or it may fix the problem. To change your same time password on your device, click on Settings, Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, and then under Accounts, click on your Army address. Then click on your Army address again. You can see beneath there that there's a password field. Let's enter your same time password in that field. Then click Done. The next thing that we're going to do is just do a hard shutdown on your device. For both iPhones and iPads, what you're going to do is hold in the power button until you see the slider appear to shut down. Go ahead and use the slider, and it's going to take about a minute or so for the device to completely shut down. Go ahead and count to 10, turn the device back on. The first thing you should see is an apple, and it may take a minute for that apple to go away and return back to your home screen. But if you have gone through this process, I can promise you that you've now done a hard shutdown on your device, which is basically like rebooting your computer. Now that we've made sure that all of the settings are correct for your device to receive Traveler, let's go back to your home screen and click on your mail icon. And you may need to pull down on the left side of your mail file to get it to refresh. If it starts working, you've corrected the problem and everything's great. If it's still not working, there's probably something that needs to be done on the server side. Your best bet is to call THQ's IT department at 847-294-2267, or you can email us at uscsupport@usc.salvationarmy.org. And if you put Traveler in the subject line, your email will go straight to the THQ IT staff. That's about it. With all of these settings in place, your Traveler should just start working again. If it doesn't, that's okay. Give us a call. There may be something wrong on our side. So if you're up and running, congratulations, you did a great job. And if you're not, give us a call at THQ and we'll get you going.